turn back time. Standing on the rooftop screaming, swinging from the basement ceiling. And when I reminisce sometimes, it feels just like 2005. Running from the cops on the freeway. We don't give a fuck 'cause we won't change. I think about it all the time. It feels just like 2005.
That right there is a small sample of the latest single by Story of the Year, titled 2005. Story of the Year rose to the top of the pop-punk/emo scene of the early 2000s and have been consistently producing great music ever since. 2005 is the latest single from the upcoming album Tear Me to Pieces, which is being released on March 10. The band are also on their way out to Australia for a tour, but we'll get into that soon enough. I'm Ez, this is the Heavy Mag podcast, and you're about to listen to my chat with the infectiously cheerful Dan Marsarla, vocalist of Story of the Year.
It feels just like 2005.
Hello, Dan.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am excellent. Hanging out at home in St. Louis in my basement.
Yeah, nice. What time is it there? I always love to know what the time differences are.
Yeah, it's weird. It's 5 p.m. here.
Okay, yeah, so you're heading into the evening. I'm just starting my day.
Yeah, it's
So,
early morning there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yep, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, I get confused too. It's like 14 hours ahead or something from here. I don't know, but you're in tomorrow. You're already in tomorrow. You're in the future. It's magical.
And I'm pleased to say that no shit has gone down yet. As a person from the future,
Okay, good.
you're safe for another 24 hours.
Nice. I know that tomorrow I'm going to wake up and the world will be here. That's not how this works, but we can pretend. It's fun.
So it's all happening for you guys right now, like new music, tours. So let's kick off with talking about the new music first, because when I read the press release, it gave me the impression that you're extra hyped about the new album and the new music you have brought out and you're about to bring out. What do you think sets it apart from anything you guys have already done previously, or what is it that excites you so much about this one?
Yeah, I mean, you always are super excited when you make a new record, and there's always that talk of, this is the best record we've ever made, it's like just kind of the thing you do. But this one it does feel a little more special than some things we've done in the past, just because the energy is there, everything, it just feels really good. Like you're saying, everybody's firing on all cylinders. There's like this, and just the energy of this style of music is just really back again. And it's just a great time to be doing what we're doing. Not that I ever thought we were an emo band or that was a thing or whatever 20 years ago. That's not even what anybody called this kind of stuff. It was just, but it's all settled into like, okay, all this together is this thing. And now we all appreciate it for the same reasons, because we grew up with this. So, but just as far as the songs go and stuff, I just think it's the right time. We recorded with a guy named Colin Britton, who's a great producer, and it was just magical in the studio working with him, and he was helped. It was like with songwriting and stuff. We were just in the studio. It was a really good vibe, and we just came up with so much cool stuff. And I think it's got a lot of youthful, like Story of the Year energy, but like a lot of progression as well. And it's like the perfect balance of everything that we were trying to do. So we're just excited, happy to be doing it still.
I was going to delve straight into that whole nostalgia wave that we're all riding at the moment. Now, if Wikipedia has your age right, then you and I are pretty much, give or take, around the same age. So
I am 42 years old. So
well, I'm about to hit 40. So
I don't want to throw that out. I meant to say we're both 22 is what I meant.
Yeah. Well, I still feel 22. I don't know about you, but
I do too. I'm definitely 16 in my brain all the time.
Which is, I feel like that is just the perfect way to be. And I think that that probably has something to do with this, like, the nostalgia wave that has hit our generation currently. Your latest single is 2005. It's called 2005. And yeah, so it really encapsulates that whole like look backwards, nostalgia. It's like a nostalgia anthem, if that's a thing. How was it writing that song? And then we'll talk about the video as well, because I'm really keen to talk to you about the video for that song.
Yeah. When we wrote the song, it was just we had the music kind of going in the studio, and we were with a friend of ours named Nick Bailey, and he was like, what if you guys did like a song that was just a year, like just the title was a year? And we all went, oh, that's a good idea. And like just from right there, we all were like, I don't know, like 2005. Like we were like 2003 is when our band came out, but that doesn't sound as cool as 2005. And 2005 is like kind of the pinnacle of the whole style of music and the movement around that time. So yeah, it just, as soon as the words 2005 came out, we were like, yep, that's it. And the song just started writing itself, you know, and it's just kind of, we wrote it about our band and the journey and the history of everything we've done. And we don't want to like be super nostalgic and always look back like we're saying, but there's certain times that it's perfect to do, and that this song was one of those. And I think we really hit the nail on the head, and I love it. It's like one of my favorites. It's different for the record, but like as far as it's a little poppier, it's kind of a different style of song, but it's definitely all one of our favorites. And yeah, it was just a cool song. I'm really excited about it. The video is actually just mostly this old footage from our DVDs and stuff, and all of our home video stuff that we had, you know, even before we got signed and stuff. We had this EPK thing that we would send to labels, and it's just a bunch of stuff of us just being idiots and playing music, you know, and when we were 19, 20 years old. Yeah, so Ryan went through and found all the old footage and like redid a bunch of it, and yeah, just made a video out of it, and it fits the vibe perfect. It's just like just dumb kids having fun, playing music, and that's what we still are. I'm just a 42-year-old dumb kid, but you know, still playing music, still love it.
I guess you're fortunate to be in a position where you can still be that dumb kid. You've obviously progressed and grown as an artist and as a human being.
Yeah.
But to be able to still have that youthful exuberance of the career that you have. But I loved being able to watch that video, and I think most fans will be able to do the same, like look back and feel like, you know, oh yeah, that was part of my journey as well. How on earth did you manage to squeeze 20 odd years of your band into a 3-minute video though? Like that must have been a process and a half going through all the footage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ryan and Adam have always edited a lot of our old video footage, so they're good at just cramming a bunch of stuff really fast. And you know, in the early days, it was like Jackass and CKY and all these like, you know, all these movies and shows and stuff that was just the style of things you did. It's like just be as crazy as you can and just show it all really fast and high energy, and you know, that's always been the style of what we have tried to do, even with our live show and everything else. But yeah, I don't know. Ryan did a really good job. Our guitar player, Ryan, he's the one who actually edited all that together. So yeah, it's weird because we had a whole different plan. Our friend Jordan Phoenix, who did our last few videos as well, he was going to make us an actual video for the song. And we were like, just going through all these ideas, like, all right, do we just do like a performance? It was like, it almost just would have been a normal story of the year video. But at the last minute, it was like, let's just get old footage. It'll fit the vibe of the song way better. And yeah, I think it was perfect. It fits it great.
Yeah, I think it was awesome. How much of the footage, as you were dredging things up, did you go, oh, you know, because social culture has, you know, seen some big shifts in the last 10 years. How much of it were you like, oh, that can't see the light of day?
Yeah, there's not a lot, but there are some things. It's a lot of it's on our old DVD that people have or you can find. But yeah, it's like, you know, we were idiots and we were just running around being stupid. But it's all lighthearted and fun. So most of it's like, oh, I get it, and they're just dumb young kids. But yeah, luckily we don't have a lot of that needs to be censored too much. But that is a weird thing now. Yeah, you got to be careful. Be careful what with your whole life has been on camera, or you know, document it. You gotta.
Were there any difficult or painful memories that were dredged up in the process of going through that as well, or?
I mean, not really. I mean, most of it's, you know, just the highlight reel of our career.
Yeah.
But there was moments. A lot of the early footage was with our original guitar player named Greg. And he was in the band when we got signed, and he was in when we were called Big Blue Monkey as well before Story of the Year. But he just passed away like a year ago. So So that, it's weird to see him in the early footage and, the memories of all that. And then there's, and then we had our other guitar player, Phil, for a long time. So, seeing ex members and different things that, didn't come all the way through the whole process with us. That's a weird thing, but for the most part, it's all positive. And, we are where we are because of all this, and we're happy.
Yeah. Awesome. So you're coming out for Knotfest, which in and of itself is exciting for you and for us because we haven't had this festival in our country before. So it's maiden voyage. And so you get to be a part of that, for better or for worse, because,
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's right. But you're also doing a handful of side shows as well. So what's your MO with sort of how you plan to execute the festival performances versus your side shows?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I mean, because there's been Knotfest, I guess, around this way for a few years at least. I don't know too much about it. But yeah, I didn't realize it was the first time coming to Australia. So that's cool. Festival shows, the time, we won't have as much time. Obviously, it'll probably be a shorter set for us because there's so many bands on it. We'll probably play in the middle of the day some point. So it's kind of like go out and just play your best songs, play as hard as you can, really condensed into 30 minutes or whatever, and don't talk too much, shut up, play your songs and have fun. And then the side shows are going to be headlining sets, so we can play as long as we want. We can kind of get away with playing some deep cuts and having a different experience. So both are very great. I love both time. I kind of love festival shows more because I can just get on and off stage quickly and not feel like I'm going to die halfway through the set. And I'm like, oh my God, we still have 10 songs to play. But yeah, either way, I love them both, and they're both going to be super, super awesome.
You said that like a true 40-something-year-old.
Yeah, that's my literal thought process through the whole show. Like, what am I doing?
Oh, it's only been 10 minutes. How do I survive the rest of this?
How is the second song? What is going on? We like to put a lot of energy into our set, and we still do that as much as we still can. But yeah, so it hurts a little more now.
Yeah. I once heard a festival organizer mention that he didn't when he was arranging festivals. He didn't like really bringing out bands for festivals that were touring new albums because their focus was on the new material and not so much playing the hits. Do you think that with having side shows, you can sort of give people that mixture of both and maybe concentrate on your back catalogue a little more, things that people are familiar with at the festival, and then give the real fans like the full experience at your like club shows? Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not sure yet. We've been practicing the last couple weeks, just going through all the new songs, trying to learn them and stuff, but get them down to where we're comfortable with them. But yeah, I would assume at the festival, it's going to be just kind of a greatest hits. Maybe we'll throw one new one. But I wouldn't think we would play more than one new song at the festival shows. But yeah, definitely we'll do 2, 3, 4, probably 3 or 4 at the club shows. So of the new songs, just because we're excited about them. But we know nobody really. I mean, this record is doing really well and it's being received really well already. But when you go see your favorite band of 20 years, you don't want to hear all new songs. You want to hear all the classic songs that you love. So we are very aware of that.
Yeah, and I guess when you also consider that we've all been robbed of around 2 years of live music experiences, and the likes of us in Australia, it took a lot longer for international bands to start coming back out here too. So I imagine it's been a little while since you've even been over this way.
Yeah, I think it was 2018 maybe was the last time we were there. I was just trying to figure this out, but it was somewhere around there. So it's been, probably about 5 years. Involuntarily, this is the earliest we could get back there. So yeah, we're really excited because this is our favorite thing to do. So yeah, especially Australia, it's like one of our favorite places. That and Japan, they're like our 2 go-tos that we always play. Like no matter what, if we don't go anywhere in the world, we're going to make sure we do Australia and Japan. But we haven't been able to, so we're excited.
Australians love hearing that too.
It's amazing. For Americans, it's one of the best places. The flight sucks, but other than that, it's great.
Will you have some downtime while you're over here?
Not a lot. We usually are pretty busy, but I think we have a couple days off, which we usually don't even have that. So, I don't know. We'll get into some shenanigans. We'll see. We're usually like 6 days, 6 shows, like just done. And you fly back home and you're like, damn, was I in Australia? I don't even know what just happened. You know?
Yeah, many artists tell me that actually, that it's just such an in and out thing that it feels like Australia was just a dream to them, especially because of that horribly long flight.
Getting used to the time, and yeah, it's hard.
I'm sure you'll be able to find like 10 minutes in there somewhere to drink beer out of a shoe, though.
Oh yeah, I've done a shoey before. Not my favorite thing. I hope that I don't have to do it again, but who knows?
Hopefully no one listens to this and next thing there's shoes just getting thrown in your direction.
I've deflected the last few times. I'm like, no, you come up and do it. Get up here. And I make them do it.
As an Australian, I will apologize for this because I don't even know how it started and why someone decided it was a good idea. This is just a really good example of how fucked in the head Australians can be sometimes.
Yep. Hey, at least we all know what it is, and it's a legend. Good.
I'm so proud of my country that's what we're known for.
Yep. Kangaroos and shoeys. That's all you got.
Well, I'm very conscious of your time. I know you've got a really packed interview schedule this evening, so I won't hold you up for much longer. It's been really awesome talking to you.
I'm doing a bunch of stuff today, so yeah. Either way, thank you. You're going to be at these shows while we're down there? Any of these?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Not Fest, I am keen as.
We'll do a shoey together. I'll do a shoey with you, but not with a random fan.
Well, I've never done one before. That may sound very un-Australian of me, but it's drinking out of a shoe just hasn't really been high on my to-do list. However, a proposition like that from you, I don't know whether I feel really honored or it gives me the ick. I'm not sure.
Just kidding. I don't want to. We'll fake it. We'll just drink it.
Brand new shoe. I'll rock up with some brand new ones.
Yes, I'll buy a pair of shoes just for this.
Alrighty, thank you so much, awesome. Dan, for talking to me today. And we can't wait to see you out here.
We can't either. And check the new record out, everybody. It's gonna be good.
It is good. I've heard it.
It is already good, but it's gonna be good when you hear it more.
Story of the Year will be bringing their high energy show to Australia in March, and you can catch them at Notfest or at one of their side shows. So they'll be in Melbourne playing at Stay Gold on March 22, The Bright Side in Brisbane on March 27, and Crowbar Sydney on March 28. The new record, Tear Me to Pieces, will be out on March 10.
Tear me to pieces and swallow me, 'cause I can't kill all the anxiety. Tear me to pieces, I'm on my knees.